Hello Internet, my name is Steven, and this is the 8th video in my series called Introduction to codeigniter. In this video we're going to be talking about getting the various ways to get values from a MySQL database using the database library in codeigniter. Without further ado, getting values from a database in codeigniter. What we are going to do is, we have 2 pages set up, so we might as well use them. I've noticed that I forgot to pass the data variable in here, so all of my titles thus far, I won't save it so I can show you what I mean. All of the title for the about page has been like the default HTML like redirect that it sends it to, so I'll save this and that should fix that problem. There we go. Okay, so we are good to go. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is create a new function in our site controller. We'll call it getValues. We want to load a model. Just load model. And we will load the model. We're about to create this model, by the way. Just call it get_db or something like that. That'll work. Now we'll go ahead and create the model. New file, get_db.php. Open it up and open up our PHP tags. Class get_db extends ci_model. Create a new function called get all. Sometimes. And here we are going to use some of the functions in the library class. So one of those is just a query. So we'll go this db query. Now this, when I go this db, that means database. Of course, we auto-loaded the database library in the last video, so we won't need to worry about loading it right in the model or in the controller, because it's already done. Query is one of the functions of that, and in a query function, you would enter regular MySQL like you would in any other MySQL query. In this case, we're just going to select all from test, which is the table that we created in the last video. We're actually going to say query is equal to this, and then we're going to return the result. So we'll go. Okay, what result does is it returns from this string, it converts it into a readable, into an array, similarly to how MySQL fetch a sock, or however you pronounce it, would do. So we'll save this, and then we'll go into back into our controller. I'm going to actually make this an object of another array, so it will be a multi-dimensional array. We'll call this results. Set it equal to whatever is returned. No, it's in the wrong section, sorry. Okay, now that we've created that function, we'll go this get_db and then get all, which is the function of that controller that we just created. Okay, now in here, create this. Now here's where we do it. Call this results. Set that equal to whatever is returned from this function. Then we're going to load a new view, which again we will create right away. Just load view. Just call this view_db. Sure. And it helps it when we put semicolons at the end of things. Now we'll go ahead and actually create this view. We'll go view underscore db, just like we named it in the controller. Open it up, u underscore home. We'll just copy and paste this HTML because it's awesome, and it would suck to have to copy it all out again, or type it all out again. So here we go. Next thing we're going to do is why don't we just print R, because as you know, that'll return whatever is in an array in like some kind of in a readable format. So we'll go print R on this object that we just passed in called results. Okay, so now if we look at this, if we go into site / get values, undefined variable results. That's because we need to actually pass in the data array into the view. So that should fix the problem, and away we go. So as you can see in the last video, the ID of 1 returns the name of Stephen, and the ID of 2 returns the name of Alex. So a little bit left we have to do to actually take this and make it HTML compatible. We'll just do a simple for each statement. We'll go for each results as row. This is a really common way to do it, by the way. Echo ID, which is the name of the actual field in the MySQL database. Echo row name. And then we'll also echo a break because it'll make it a little bit more easier to read. And let's run it. Let's see what it returns. There you go. Now you can see what it's returning is the ID, and then the name Stephen, and then the ID too. I'm sure you guys can see that. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one where we will be updating or adding values to the database using codeigniter.